Do you know Sony's flying car? Did you know that penguins became extinct in 1884? Or that there are shoes made from bacteria? All this and much more today on Callan the Curious. Sony has unveiled a prototype of a flying car, taking a key step towards personal mobility of the future. The vehicle combines modern design, advanced technology, and an environmentally friendly electric propulsion system. It was revealed at an event in Tokyo as a concept in development, with no immediate plans for commercialization. The model is currently in the testing phase. This announcement marks Sony's foray into air mobility, redefining the way people get around in the coming years. Trichomegaly is a rare condition in which the eyelashes grow abnormally, making them longer, thicker, and fuller than normal. This condition is characterized by excessive growth of eyelash hairs, which may become curly or even curl outward. Although trichomegaly is not usually a serious medical problem, it can cause discomfort when the eyelashes touch or interfere with vision. In some cases, it may be associated with genetic disorders or side effects of certain medications. In Japan, you can find a delicious surprise in vending machines: canned cakes. These little gourmet treasures are not only practical, but also incredibly appetizing. Each contains a perfectly baked cake that promises an explosion of flavor in every bite. Definitely another example of Japanese culinary innovation and creativity. Meet Ibrahim Yücel, a Turkish man who gained notoriety in 2013 for his unusual method of quitting smoking. After 26 years of smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, he designed a metal helmet-shaped device that fit over his head, preventing him from smoking. Every morning he would put on the helmet and hand the keys to his wife, who would keep them safe, ensuring that she could not access them without his consent. This extreme approach was a measure to control his addiction. Did you know that the theremin was one of the first electronic instruments? Invented in 1920 by Russian physicist Leon Theremin, it is the only musical instrument controlled completely without physical contact, meaning the performer does not touch the instrument while playing. The instrument consists of 2 metal antennas that detect the relative position of the performer's hands to control the frequency with one hand and the amplitude with the other. The theremin's electrical signals are amplified and sent to a speaker, generating that mysterious and mesmerizing sound so characteristic of this instrument. If you like the video, give me a nice like. Don't forget to leave your suggestions, questions, or opinions in the comments below. Subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss more videos like this. Remember that it doesn't cost you anything, it's free, and you help me a lot. Let's continue with the curiosities. Meet the world's smallest camera. It's just 0.65 millimeters wide and 1.1 millimeters long. It's made by Omnivision, a company that makes cameras, touchscreens, and other similar products. In the particular case of this camera, it was created for medical use. On the remote Isle of Barra in Scotland, there is a unique airport where planes land directly on the sand. Operating since the 1930s, Barra Airport is tide-dependent, as its runways disappear underwater when the tide comes in. It only operates during the day, but in nighttime emergencies, residents light up the runway with their vehicles to guide pilots. This airport not only challenges the norms of modern aviation, but also represents an incredible display of adaptation and community work. Would you dare to travel in one of these planes? The color of this horse makes it impossible to tell if it is moving closer or further away. What do you think? It's an optical illusion. The uniform white background with snow makes it difficult to perceive the depth and direction of the movement. Is it moving away or closer? Leave me your answer in the comments. At the Kaikyokan Aquarium in Shimonoseki, Japan, a sunfish stopped eating and kept banging against the glass of its tank after the facility was temporarily closed. Desperate keepers tried something unusual, placing mannequins and human figures in front of the tank, and it worked. The next day, the fish ate and began to recover. This giant, known for its unique shape and large eyes, had become accustomed to the company of visitors. Even fish need a little love. The Vabs Rider is an innovative bicycle saddle designed to improve rider comfort by dynamically adapting to the movement of the legs. Its split seat structure allows each side to move independently, rotating around a virtual axis at the hip joints, which significantly reduces pressure points and distributes the load evenly from the sight bones to the femurs. This design follows the natural movement of the legs during pedaling, giving a more comfortable experience. Metavis develops Surgical AR, an FDA-cleared augmented reality software that transforms 2D images into 3D holograms in real time. It improves surgical precision, increasing safety and efficiency. It uses artificial intelligence and computer vision to accurately record images, facilitating planning and reducing hospital costs by optimizing decision-making in the operating room. Surgical AR revolutionizes surgery, allowing physicians to better visualize anatomy and perform more precise and safer procedures. The Ark Encounter is a museum located in Kentucky that features a full-scale replica of Noah's Ark, based on the biblical description in Genesis. At approximately 510 feet long, 82 feet wide, and 52 feet high, it is considered the largest replica of the Ark in the world. The museum, which opened in 2016, offers exhibits that explore the story of the Great Flood from a creationist perspective, including animal models, dioramas, and explanations about life on the Ark. Sid Meier's Civilization VII is coming to Meta Quest 3, developed by Playside Studios alongside Firaxis Games and published by 2K. The game adapts the classic top-down view of civilization to virtual reality. The command table offers an immersive experience, allowing you to plan strategies from above or zoom in to see details of explorers, cities, and wonders. Plus, you can watch your empire grow from a personal museum and switch to mixed reality, where the command table adapts to your physical space. Would you dare to play it? I can't wait! No, it's not the painting of Dorian Gray, but the stunning works of Sergi Cadenas, a Spanish painter with an exceptional talent for kinetic art, a technique that creates the illusion of movement. When viewing his paintings from an angle of approximately 45 degrees, the image changes depending on the direction from which you look, from left to right, or vice versa. Thus, faces can transform from happiness to sadness, or from youth to old age, for example. To achieve this visual effect, Cadenas used rigid vertical chains that break down and reconstruct the image depending on the viewer's perspective. It's fascinating, don't you think? The great hornbill, a majestic bird from Asian forests, measures up to 1.5 meters and sports an iconic helmet on its beak. Its reproductive strategy is fascinating. The female locks herself in a nest inside a tree, sealing the entrance with mud, excrement, and food. The male, who has become her provider, passes fruit and insects through a crack while she lines the nest with her feathers. For 3 months, the family lives in this safe haven until the chicks are ready to fly. Nature is the best architect. If you want to live a unique and immersive experience, perhaps you would like to have these 5D screens in your bedroom, or living room. It is fascinating how you can enjoy the sensation of the ocean waves without leaving home. With these giant screens, you can live unforgettable moments, like feeling like you're inside your favorite team's game or surrounded by nature. I would definitely love to have one and be at a concert of my favorite artist. And you, what experience would you like to live? I'll read you in the comments. Yes, what you see is real. A village with only one road. This is Sulojowa in Poland, where almost 6,000 people live along a single main road, 9 kilometers long and 150 meters wide. Seen from the air, the village offers a surprising image: well-kept houses, gardens, and vegetation perfectly aligned, creating a landscape that seems to be taken from a continuous park. A quiet and beautiful place, although over time, its growth will probably lead it to expand to the sides. This is how Crocs announced their new collaboration with Monsters, Inc. This is Mike's shoe. And this is Sully's, which looks more like a slipper. Did you know that there is a storm simulator where you can experience winds of up to 165 kilometers per hour? It's like being in a Category 2 hurricane. Did you know that penguins became extinct in 1844? In the 19th century, sailors sailing the Antarctic Sea encountered the Phoenicianidae, swimming birds known as silly birds, and seeing their resemblance to the great auk, or Pinguinus impennis, they gave them the same name, penguins. Sadly, the great auk was hunted to extinction in 1844, but its name survived in a completely different species. An extinct story behind a name. Anisocoria is a condition in which a person's pupils are of different sizes, indicating an uneven response of the iris to light. It can be physiological when it is mild and not associated with any disease, or pathological when it is due to neurological problems, trauma, infections, or the use of certain medications. Depending on the cause, it may be accompanied by symptoms such as blurred vision, eye pain, or sensitivity to light. Its diagnosis requires a medical evaluation to determine whether it is benign or indicates a serious condition. Deep in the Peruvian Amazon, there is a river capable of boiling living animals, known as Shanai Timpishka. Its waters exceed 90 degrees Celsius, and huge columns of steam envelop it like a natural cauldron. Although locals have known about it for centuries, scientists have begun to study it, discovering that its heat comes from underground geothermal sources. The intense heat even affects vegetation and fauna, creating a unique and extreme ecosystem. A jacuzzi of nature, but deadly. Meet designer Nadine Gosen, known for her innovative and creative jewelry pieces that combine elegance with a playful touch. Her distinctive style transforms everyday objects into sophisticated jewelry, such as hamburger-shaped rings, necklaces inspired by paper clips, or bracelets inspired by colored pencils and crayons. The brand has gained international recognition and has been worn by celebrities and collectors looking for unique and avant-garde designs. This is how light rail track changes are done in China. For example, in Chongqing, the light rail uses an advanced precision system that allows track changes in just 5 seconds. This type of technology optimizes urban transport and is an example of the high level of innovation in the Chinese railway system. The pistol shrimp is a true ocean sniper. Its modified claw shoots bubbles of water at extreme speed, creating a 5,000 degrees Celsius explosion and a 218 decibel sound, louder than a real gunshot. This attack not only stuns or kills its prey, but also emits a shockwave and a flash of light. But there's a problem. It's nearly blind. To survive, it teams up with the goby, a fish with excellent vision. While the shrimp digs and protects the cave, the goby watches and warns of danger. An explosive duo under the sea. If you are not yet a member of the channel, subscribe! This is the perfect time to do so. A man lives under the sea like a real Captain Nemo. At 11 meters deep in the Caribbean, German aerospace engineer Rüdiger Koch has been living for months in a futuristic capsule attached to an underwater house. His goal is to break a Guinness record and prove that it is possible to live and work comfortably underwater without depressurization. 2 digital watches count each second of his feet, and if all goes well, he will spend more than 100 days under the ocean. The adventure is just beginning. More than 6,000 early human fossils have been discovered, although some have been difficult to classify. Until recently, science recognized 8 human species, such as Homo sapiens, Homo erectus, and Homo neanderthal. In 2024, a new species was identified, Homo juluensis, whose name means big head, due to its huge skulls and teeth. This species is thought to have hunted wild horses, made stone tools, and processed hides to survive. In addition, it may be related to the Dezinovans of Siberia, with whom it shares similarities. Recently, scientists have created a 5D crystal designed to store all of human knowledge and the human genome in order to preserve this information in the event of a collapse of humanity. This crystal is able to withstand extreme temperatures, from the heat of volcanic lava to extreme cold, while always keeping its content readable. Its durability reaches billions of years, making it a true time capsule. Currently, the crystal is stored in the archive of the Memory of Humanity, located in a salt cave in Austria. If in the future humanity does not know how to read it, it is hoped that a possible alien civilization will be able to do so. Aryan Shukla, originally from India and aged just 14, can add 104-digit numbers in just 30.9 seconds. It's officially a world record. Can you imagine a 720-meter dragon floating down a river? In Guilin, China, it's possible. The Golden Dragon Show is held to celebrate the Chinese New Year during local cultural festivals. 101 bamboo rafts that glow in the night sail down the Yulong River, creating a magical sight. Each raft represents a part of the dragon, a symbol of power and good luck in Chinese culture. Guilin, famous for its mountains and rivers, becomes even more spectacular at night with this glowing dragon. A magical spectacle. Did you know that space pens exist? In the microgravity of space, ink does not flow properly and conventional pens are useless. Their design consists of a container pressurized with nitrogen, which allows the ink to flow constantly, regardless of gravity. Observe this phenomenon called laminar flow. It refers to the smooth, orderly movement of a fluid in which particles move in parallel layers without mixing with each other. Each particle follows a straight, continuous path, allowing for a smooth, uniform flow. This type of flow usually occurs in fluids that move at low speeds or have a high viscosity. Alricid Lettering is an artist known for transforming signatures and logos into unique works of art. His profile with more than 1 million followers, showcases a wide range of designs that combine typography and visual creativity. Each post reflects his ability to turn everyday items into impressive artistic pieces. In addition to sharing his creations, he offers personalized services. His work has been highlighted, consolidating him as a reference in the world of lettering and graphic design. Did you know that water lilies or lotuses are aquatic plants with huge leaves capable of supporting the weight of an adult person? The largest water lilies in the world are found in the Bolivian Amazon. La Rinconada in Santa Cruz de la Sierra is home to these impressive plants. The Victoria boliviana is a species of water lily that can reach up to 3.20 meters in diameter. In addition to its size, it plays a vital role in the ecosystem, serving as food and habitat for various species, as well as being a great water purifier. If you ever visit Santa Cruz, this place is a must-see. Sometimes when you steam mushrooms, this can happen. Yuki Matsueda is a Japanese artist known for his 3D sculptures that play with the illusion of movement. He captures objects and figures frozen in a moment of escape, as if they are trying to escape from the frame. Pygmalionaire designed a dynamic chess game. When you win, you take the king's sword. The rook can be used as a catapult. The bishop shoots. The pawn can become a queen if promoted. And the knights keep little pawns inside them, like the Trojan horse. If you saw the sport of scoring goals by dancing and thought, "That's not for me," perhaps this other one will interest you. Cycle ball, where you have to score goals using a bicycle. In this curious sport, players can only score with the wheels of the bicycle or with their heads, except for the goalkeeper, who can use his hands. Cycle ball has more than 100 years of history and can be played in teams of 2 to 6 players. At events such as the Cycle Ball World Cup, it becomes a real spectacle. Would you dare to play this sport? Changzhou Cultural Plaza in Jiangsu Province, China, is an impressive architectural complex that combines art, culture, and modernization. Its futuristic design seems to be taken from an artificial intelligence, but it is a real work that reflects the urban growth of the city while preserving its cultural heritage. More than a cultural center, it is a space that invites the community to actively participate in artistic life and enjoy an innovative and enriching environment. Yes, what you are looking at is a cat carrying food for her kittens. She is undoubtedly trying to speed up the weaning process so that her kittens can learn to eat on their own. Oxman is developing shoes made from bacteria. Yes, you heard right, bacteria. These shoes are 100% biodegradable and made from polyhydroxyalkanoates, a thermoplastic polymer produced by bacteria that consume carbon dioxide, methane, and food waste. It is worth mentioning that these shoes do not generate microplastics. The FAS grow inside the bacteria. Oxman collects them and transforms them into a fiber that can be woven into any design imaginable. Would you like to have shoes like this? Leave me your opinion in the comments. This is how commercial airline pilots eat on long flights. They have a special table and curtains to minimize glare. Adrian Simancas, 24, was kayaking in the Strait of Magellan in Chilean Patagonia when a humpback whale swallowed him and spat him out seconds later. His father, Del, recorded the whole thing Adrian said he felt something fleshy, blue and white, pulling him under. Humpback whales, which measure up to 19 meters and weigh 40 tons, do not attack humans and cannot swallow them due to their narrow throats. But this accident was a reminder of the power of nature. He survived to tell the tale. Deep in the ocean, there's a clam that looks like something out of a science fiction movie, the Scetonoides ales, better known as the electric clam or disco clam. This mollusk doesn't really glow, but it moves its reflective tissue so fast that it creates a flashing light effect, like underwater neon. It lives in the reefs of the Indo-Pacific and uses its light show to scare away predators. Although its flash looks like electricity, it's just an incredible optical trick. The craziest disco is under the sea. At first glance, João Paulo Gonçalves's art seems ordinary, but look what happens when you turn on the light. His art is hidden in the shadows. Did you know that static electricity could be enough to ignite a gas stove? This is the danger of leaks. Any spark, even a small discharge of static electricity, could cause an explosion. Did you know that the Taj Mahal changes color and moves? This iconic monument in India, built in the 17th century by Emperor Shah Jahan in honor of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal, is one of the 7 modern wonders of the world. Made of white marble, it turns pink at sunrise, white at noon, gold at sunset, and sparkles in moonlight. It has precious stone inlays and Quranic calligraphy on its walls. Plus, it tilts due to the erosion of the Yamuna River. A magical monument, the Taj Mahal is. Kathakali is a traditional form of dance theatre that originated in the Kerala region of southern India. This art form tells Hindu legends through a combination of dance, gestures, and facial expressions. Performers who practice Kathakali must master complex body language that includes precise hand and facial movements, allowing them to convey emotions and tell stories in highly expressive ways. Land diving, the risky ritual of Pentecost Island, Vanuatu. A ritual related to the fertility of the land, considered the ancient precursor to bungee jumping. Men jump from wooden towers between 20 and 30 meters high, with vines tied to their ankles. Villagers believe that the jump can improve the health and strength of the jumpers. A successful dive can eliminate illnesses and physical problems associated with the rainy season. In addition, the jump is considered an expression of masculinity, as it demonstrates the fearlessness associated with the wari, or warrior. However, men who choose not to jump or stop jumping are not humiliated as cowards. Here you can see the new Guinness record for solving a Rubik's Cube. Yiheng Wang, originally from China and only 11 years old, has achieved a new record by solving the cube in just 3.08 seconds, thus breaking the previous record, which was 3.13 seconds. Did you know that a massive balloon release took place in 1986? Known as Balloon Fest 86, it was an event organized by the United Way of America in Cleveland, Ohio, with the goal of setting a world record by releasing approximately 1.5 million helium balloons simultaneously. Although the spectacle was visually impressive, it had unforeseen and disastrous consequences. As due to unexpected weather conditions, the balloons did not ascend as expected, and instead descended, interfering with air and sea operations. Wrinkled eggs are characterized by a change in the shell, which has visible folds or wrinkles. This phenomenon can be caused by various factors, such as inadequate storage conditions, changes in temperature or humidity, or aging of the egg. It can also be the result of problems during the egg formation process in the hen, such as nutritional deficiencies. Although wrinkled eggs are not dangerous for consumption, their appearance can affect their value. Since ancient times, rats have been a serious problem on ships, infecting boats, contaminating food supplies, and damaging cables. Their presence was almost unavoidable as they climbed up mooring ropes from docks. However, this has begun to change with the installation of devices called rat guards. These ingenious mechanisms rotate when rats try to climb up, knocking them off their feet, and thus protecting ships and their cargo from these unwanted passengers. Imagine a town where cars are banned. This is Giethoorn in the Netherlands, the Venice of the North, with no streets, just canals. Its houses with thatched roofs and 170 wooden bridges make it seem like a fairy tale. Founded in the 13th century, this town of 2,600 inhabitants receives 800,000 tourists a year. Transportation here is by kayak or punters, the traditional boats. Surrounded by the Weerribbenveen National Park, it is ideal for walks and bike rides. In winter, the canals freeze, transforming into natural ice rinks, a place where time seems to stand still. In Tanzania, Lake Natron looks like something out of a horror movie. Its extreme pH of between 9 and 10.5 comes from the alkaline salts carried from the Ol Doinyo Lengai volcano, the only one that expels natrocarbonatite lava. Its red and corrosive waters can petrify any animal that falls into them, such as bats, eagles, and flamingos, whose calcified bodies create creepy figures. But not everything is bad. This lake is the main breeding site for the lesser flamingo, an endangered species. Their long legs keep them safe, a place as fascinating as it is terrifying. The hairy frogfish is a species of deep-sea fish, known for its unique appearance and exceptional camouflage ability. Its body is covered in hair-like filaments that allow it to blend in with its surroundings, such as corals and sea sponges. It is a master of ambush, using an appendage on its head called an esca, which mimics the movement of prey to attract unwary fish. It has a large, sensitive mouth that allows it to swallow prey of its own size in fractions of a second. If you ever get lost in the woods or somewhere remote, this high-visibility balloon can be your lifesaver. It rises several meters from the ground, allowing you to be located from great distances, and costs just $40. It features reflective LED lights, making it visible both day and night. It is very easy to use. Just press a button and the balloon inflates with light gas. It is an ideal tool for exploring unknown routes. That's all for today. See you in the next video.